those 2 games. They have been midweek monsters, and including 13 or more runs scored in 1 inning in each of those 2 games. The batting average over 500, something you don't see too often. Really looking to use these midweeks as a catalyst as they get success into SEC play. And one player they're going to need is Sarah Gordon, the senior from Lexington, South Carolina, and the transfer from Louisville, hitting .429 on the year. 13 doubles. That paces all of the Georgia Bulldogs. Had a 5-game stretch earlier this year in February where she went 11 for 15. That saw her batting average jump to .630. On the other side for Kennesaw State, they're going to look to the captain, Macy Howes. Normally behind the dish calling balls and strikes. She's over at first base today, but she leads the team in home runs and RBIs, eclipsed double digits in the last Kennesaw State series down in South Beach against FIU. So big stars on hand for a big crowd here at Bailey Park in Kennesaw. People trying to find any way they can to watch one of the best teams in softball take on the Kennesaw State Owls. Pitchers and lineups coming up next. Georgia and Kennesaw State on deck. There's a look at the Georgia Bulldogs lineup. And in the 3-hole, Tyler Ellison batting .435 on the year, 2 away from eclipsing 40 RBIs on the season. He started every game so far. That batting average of .435, just outside of top 50 in the country. He's got 47 hits total, a triple, and 8 homers. And they'll be opposed by Leah Giannakis, the ace of this Kennesaw State staff. Her last outing didn't go as she would have wanted to, but she's certainly up there with the best in Conference USA, 5.65 ERA. Had a little bit of the troubles with the walks in her last appearance versus Jacksonville State. She pitched in all 3 games against the Gamecocks, but looking to change things around against the Georgia Bulldogs. Kennesaw State in the all golds, gold tops, gold bottoms, and interlocking KS right at the heart of the chest. For Georgia, they'll be in the vested jerseys, red vests with black sleeves and black pants, as we are about to get underway here at Bailey Park for what is almost a record crowd in Kennesaw. Over 600 people in attendance. And Georgia will send up Jaden Goodwin to get us going here in the top of the first. And that first pitch is lined down the left field line. Could be extra bases. 1 pitch in and a double for Jaden Goodwin. So that is just what the doctor ordered. And the Dogs looking to strike first in the first. The senior from Paris, Kentucky, puts one in scoring position. Turn it over to Sarah Gordon, who we talked about in the open, swinging a hot bat. First pitch strike from Giannakis. First pitch was 6:05 Eastern time. Gordon .429 on the year, and 2 for 8 in the last series against Missouri. Fastball up and out. She had a 5-game stretch earlier this year. I talked about it in the open. 11 for 15. Opened the year with a 14-game hit streak. He fouls it back to the netting. He's only struck out 12 times on the year. 20 walks, yet to make an error in the field. He'll be in right today. Goodwin on second after the double. Bounced foul. The Kennesaw State defense, it'll be Anna Gore in left field, Ava Brooks Strickland in center, Laura Beverly in right. That 3 has remained the same since the start of the season. Across the infield, left to right, Harvey at third, Gazowski at short, Johnson at second, Macy Howes on first. And the battery, Giannakis in the circle and Savannah Frazier behind the dish. And the 1-2 is fouled back. So 3 straight foul balls after the leadoff double from Gordon. Georgia 13th in the country in batting average. We'll do the 1-2 again. Shout out to right field, Beverly giving chase, but it'll hit the side wall before she can impact it. So a good at-bat here for Sarah Gordon. Tyler Ellison looming on deck. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat from Giannakis to Gordon. Ripped down the third base line, but foul. Harvey dove after it. But her effort didn't show any fruits. And 5 straight foul balls from Gordon. We'll see an 8th pitch. Kennesaw State coming off a sweep from Jacksonville State, the best team in Conference USA. 1-2 misses upstairs. Georgia just took 2 out of 3 from the Missouri Tigers. Georgia 9-6 in SEC play. Pitch number 9 to Gordon. Popped up off first base, should be playable for Macy Howes, and it is. First out retired by Leah Giannakis and the Kennesaw State Owls. So a good battle between Giannakis and Gordon. You'll see a lot of fastballs from Giannakis. She really likes to beat hitters with the pace and the fastball up in the zone, contrary to most of the other Kennesaw State pitchers on the staff. And the first pitch to Tyler Ellison misses outside. The rest of this Kennesaw State staff really relies on their off-speed and the spin rate that they can generate, trying to keep hitters off balance and out in front. Hitters count to Ellison. Ellison batting .435 on the year. There's the strike, 2-1. Ellison, the senior from Hampton High School in McDonough, Georgia, has played all 4 years in Athens, something you don't see too often in this day and age of NIL and the transfer portal. 2-1. Inside, 3-1. With first base open, I wouldn't be shocked if this is an on-purpose play from Giannakis and the pitching coach, Crystal Hampton. Ellison can certainly do some damage. 38 RBIs, 8 home runs. Giannakis trying to limit it. There's a 5-pitch walk to Tyler Ellison, and the Dogs will have him first and second for the 4-hole hitter, Marissa Miller. Miller played in 32 games, 29 of them being starts. 20 hits in her 73 at-bats. There's a first pitch strike from Giannakis, something she wasn't able to do against Ellison. Miller 1 for 8 at the weekend against Missouri. And in the last midweek, like so many Dogs, 3 runs scored. Thought about the pitch upstairs, decides against it. 1-1. Including that last midweek in the last series against Missouri. She's 2 for her last 12. Shot out to right field. Beverly steps in, now goes back and makes the catch. Tagging from second is Goodwin, and the Dogs will have him on the corners with 2 down. So a productive out for both sides. Hard contact from Miller, and it moves the runner Goodwin up 60 feet and now 60 feet away from ending the deadlock. After the leadoff double, pop out to Macy Howes at first. A base on balls, and then the line out to right field. Over to Natalie Ray. First pitch strike from Giannakis, a shake of the head. She trying to get into that mojo that she struggled to find over the weekend. Ray, the transfer from North Georgia and Ole Miss. Shows bunt and bunts it foul. Ray started her collegiate career at Ole Miss, played 23 games, 10 hits in her limited action. Transferred to North Georgia, didn't see the field in her first year, and then in 2025, in her junior year, started every single game and hit .413. She has since then transferred to the University of Georgia, but is down 0-2. Just misses outside in the river, 1-2. Yeah. 32nd appearance on the year for Ray. Dogs have him at the corners. Shot to the left side and through for a base hit. Goodwin comes home, and the Dogs strike first in the first thanks to Natalie Ray's RBI single. Not a bad pitch from Giannakis. Ray didn't hit it on the button, but did just enough to find the gap between Harvey and Gazowski, the third and shortstop. And another chance with runners in scoring position for Digby. Ball one upstairs. Dogs will send at least 6 to the plate here in the top of the first. Up and out. The 7th would be Bailey Lindemuth. Check swing on the 2-0. They will appeal down to third base, saying she did not go. So it'll be 3-0 on Digby. One more ball from Giannakis, and the bases will be juiced for Bailey Lindemuth. Here is the 3-0. Finds the zone right down Broadway. Giannakis, no stranger to getting out of jams. She pitched in the midweek back in March. Stranded 9. Off the knuckles to short, stopped by Gazowski, and she will take the short trip over to second base to Johnson. Dogs strike first in the first. Thanks to Natalie Ray, they're up 1-0. Middle of one here in Kennesaw. There's a look at the lineup that head coach Collins Patterson will send up. And the woman in the one spot, Laura Beverly, batting .336 on the year. The slap hitter loves to dance it the other way and let her pace out to 60 feet. And opposing them will be Addison Fisher, her 11th start on the season. 2.39 ERA. Beverly swings through the first pitch from Fisher a little late. Fisher, the sophomore from Bend, Oregon, and a transfer from UCLA. Arguably the fastest arm that Kennesaw State has pitched this year, except for maybe down in College Station when they faced another SEC foe in Texas A&M. Slapped the other way, and it will roll foul. Lindemuth at third base. Gloved it just to the left of the chalk. Fisher at UCLA, 16-2 with a 2.59 ERA. She was a top 10 finalist for the NFCA Freshman of the Year. In the Big Ten, was a member of the all-freshman team. 1-2, caught on and miss. One up, one down by way of the K. First strikeout for Fisher.
Now batting number 26, Hannah Harvey.
Good job by Fisher getting ahead. Beverly trying to slap the other way, can't make contact. Up and in on the 2-hole hitter, Hannah Harvey. Harvey batting .248 on the year. 6 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Good enough for 15 RBIs. He looks at ball 2, so a hitter's count for the junior out of Lucas, Texas. Swinging 2-0 is Hannah Harvey and bouncing it foul. Beautiful day here in Kennesaw. A little bit warm for my liking, but I'm sure all 600 fans in attendance sure don't mind. First look at the off-speed from Fisher, misses downstairs. The largest crowd of the year for Kennesaw State. Back up the middle and through for a base hit. So there's the first hit for the Kennesaw State Owls, thanks to a Hannah Harvey single right back up the box. Good job by Harvey staying through the baseball, keeping the bat in the zone as long as possible. That's what makes Fisher tough to deal with. If you sit on the fastball, she can definitely drop down and give you the off speed. There's a look at the awesome crowd we've got on hand. A lot of red and black sprinkled in there. A couple softball teams here as well. The youth generation looking to learn from the best. Over to Macy House. Talked about her in the open. She has been as dominant as any top 5 in pretty much every offensive category in Conference USA. Swings through the 0-1. The 0-2. Bounce foul towards Coach Collins Patterson. Rolls out onto the left field line, and Goodwin will take care of it. Howes .414 on the year, 38 ribbies, 10 homers, slugging .770. Deja vu. Howes also tied for the team lead in walks. That's 13. .02 misses down and out, 1-2. Alora Beverly struck out to get the Kennesaw State offense going, and then it was Hannah Harvey's turn. Off-speed just misses in the river outside, 2-2. Miller, the catcher, asking home plate umpire Heath Walker where that missed. 2-2 bounce foul towards Coach Collins Patterson again. The umpires for today's matchup, Heath Walker behind the dish calling balls and strikes. At first base, it'll be Dustin Holmes, and second and third base will be Tyler Daffrin. If you're happy and you know it, the jingle going around Bailey Park. Macy Howes definitely happy after working the count full. Harvey on first. The 3-2. Bounce to short. Stopped by Digby to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. So a good job by the Dogs to get the lead runner. That's Harvey. She's retired, and a fielder's choice gets charged to Macy Howes. The high chop made it difficult for any chance to turn 2, and then Digby going away from shortstop made it even more difficult. Over to the sophomore, Anna Gore. Soft roller to first. Castori, 3 unassisted to end the first inning. So the Owls can't answer the dog punch. We're through 1. Dogs 1, Owls nothing. Tony Baldwin, the head man for this Georgia softball team, has his offense clicking on a whole lot of cylinders. 59 homers on the year. They only managed 54, and they've got double-digit games to add on to that tally. They've won series against Mississippi State, Kentucky, and most recently against Missouri. A loss to Texas A&M and Arkansas. That Texas A&M team, the alumni of Kennesaw State head coach Selena Collins-Patterson. Kennesaw State got the chance to go down to College Station. A couple defeats at the hands of the Aggies. 7-8-9 due up for the Dogs. First pitch popped into shallow right field. Beverly ranging over, and it will fall before her in foul territory. Right into the no man's triangle between Beverly and right, JoJo Johnson at second, and Macy Howes at first base. So another chance for Bailey Lindemuth. He fouls that one. That one climbs over the netting. Not a chance for any fan to make the play. Gonna get a lot of those with the awesome attendance we got here at Bailey Park. Check swing fouled off the knuckles. A little chin music from Giannakis to Lindemuth. Lindemuth batting .320 on the year. 4 doubles, a pair of triples, and a trio of home runs. 4 pitches to her, 4 fouls down the right field line. Went 3 for 9 in the weekend series with a couple RBIs. Had a hit in each one of those games. That's good enough for a 4-game hit streak dating back to the midweek against USC Upstate 7 days ago. Off the knuckles, a little sharp roller to Johnson, and she fields it. Short throw to first to retire Lindemuth. We talked about Coach Collins-Patterson at Texas A&M, and when the Owls went down to College Station, she was introduced into the Texas A&M Hall of Fame, got to throw out the first pitch. The results weren't in favor of her and the Owls, but it's certainly a memory she will never forget. Rolled over to third base, foul. Emma Castori, the 8-hole hitter, junior from Buford High School. Gonna take a little hitter's timeout. Must be a whole bench kind of thing. I don't know what the issue is. He's got every dog on the railing talking to him, with Castori, Smith, and Goodwin, the 3 batters standing next to him. Those 3 are up next. So a lengthy talk for Coach Baldwin, trying to fix any issue he can. Again, these midweeks, not necessarily of utmost importance in the win column, but certainly something that can be a catalyst for some momentum as you get into conference play. And for Georgia and SEC play, it's as competitive as ever. Everybody knows about the likes of Oklahoma and Texas, but Mississippi State, Texas A&M, and this Georgia team, anybody can hoist it all at the end if they get hot at the right time. Popped up off first. Howes, Johnson, and Beverly giving chase again, and Howes had it fall out of her glove as she was reaching over her left shoulder away from home plate. Tough play anyways for Macy Howes. The sun definitely not doing her any favors. Here's another look at it. Right off the heel of the glove, and she knows it. Sun setting beyond the Georgia dugout on the third base side. Emma Castori gifted another life. The 0-2 from Giannakis. Swung on and missed. She struck her out. So the first strikeout of the evening for the Owls and Leah Giannakis. Good pitch on the outer half from Giannakis, gets Castori. Go over to the 9-hole hitter, Brooke Smith. Well upstairs. Brooke Smith, just a freshman. She won back-to-back state championships at Northwest Rankin High School in Brandon, Missouri. This is just her 5th start on the year, but she has started the last 4. Hitters count 2-0. Started every game at the weekend and the last midweek against USC Upstate. 286 on the year, 10 RBIs, couple doubles, 4 walks to 4 strikeouts. There's a strike from Giannakis right at the knees on the inner half. It was 27 pitches that got Giannakis in the first inning. A chance for 13. Upstairs. Giannakis issued 1 walk in the first inning. That was to Tyler Ellison. In danger of a second on her card. And there it is, a 5-pitch walk to the 9-hole hitter, Brooke Smith. Something you definitely don't want to do when you turn the lineup card over to this potent Georgia offense, starting with Jaden Goodwin. It was the Goodwin double on the very first pitch of the game that got us going. He eventually came around to score on the 2-out RBI single from Natalie Ray. Giannakis falls behind again. When Giannakis is at her best, she's getting ahead of hitters and having that fastball locate with some pace at the top of the zone. There's a strike. Again, Savannah Frazier behind the dish for Kennesaw State. We've seen her and Macy Howes flip-flop between first base and catching. Shot over the head of a leaping Gazowski into the gap in left center. That'll go all the way to the wall. Smith around third. Goodwin slides in head first. A double and a triple on her evening. And the Dogs double their advantage. They're up 2-0. Fastball at the top of the zone. Goodwin stayed on top of it. Smith scored easily in a head-first slide. Now just 60 feet away from the third Georgia run. Now to Sarah Gordon. Bouncer to the left side. On a short hop to Harvey, she can't handle it, and Goodwin scoots home. So we'll see how that gets ruled. But nonetheless, Georgia up 3-0 on Kennesaw State. The high chopper was going to be tough to get Gordon anyways. And that last little short hop to the third baseman, Hannah Harvey, she didn't have a play at first base to catch Gordon. And now the Dogs lead 3-0. It does go down as an E5 for those keeping track at home, so that'll be an unearned run to Leah Giannakis. Finds the zone to Tyler Ellison. Ellison walked in the first inning on 5 pitches. Bounces short, gets behind Frazier, and Gordon at first will take the extra 60 feet. Now she's in scoring position. So the first wild pitch to Leah Giannakis. UGA trying to add on to the tally, up 3-0, a chance to make it 4 or 5 with one swing of the bat. Bouncer to third, another chance for Harvey. This one a little bit easier than the prior, and she makes the throw over to first. Georgia adds on, up 3-0 over Kennesaw State. People looking to find any way they can to catch this marquee midweek matchup between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Kennesaw State Owls. Atop the parking garage and deep center field, a couple youth softball teams in attendance as well. The best crowd Kennesaw State has had on hand all year. It was in fact this matchup in 2024 where Bailey Park had its attendance record of 950. For reference, there are about 600, 625 people here. 950 a couple years ago, and that one catches Miller. You never want to see injuries, and especially not one in a non-conference midweek matchup. Marissa Miller in the midst of her senior year out of North Gwinnett High School. It's the foul ball off the bat of JoJo Johnson. Former basketball player looks to be okay as she shakes it off. You got to be tough to play softball. You've got to be tough to be a catcher. She's as tough as they come. 0-1 on Johnson. Liner to the left side, and it will hang up for the left fielder Goodwin. One retired here in the second.
Now batting number 10, Savannah Frazier.
So good contact off the bat of JoJo Johnson. Hit it right on the screws, but right at the left fielder Jaden Goodwin. Now the catcher, Savannah Frazier. Frazier, the freshman, batting .227 on the year. Swings through the 0-1. She just hit her first career home run in the last game on Sunday against Jacksonville State. Didn't matter much in the scoreboard, but definitely a memento she is looking to remember. Looped into shallow left field, a chance for Goodwin again, and she's got it.
Now batting number 25, Riley Limburger.
What in the world?
So a line out to left and a fly out to left.
Oh.
Now a chance for Riley Limburger to extend the inning. Looks at strike one. Fisher working quickly, not wasting any time in between pitches. Rare that the pitch clock even dips below 10. He goes at 14. Swing and a miss from Limburger. This may be the quickest half inning if Fisher gets Limburger here on the third pitch. Got her, swinging strike three. So 3 up, 3 down. Fisher faces the minimum, and UGA up 3-0 over the Kennesaw State Owls. Fisher, here's my fastball, go ahead and hit it. The Georgia offense has taken a big step from last year to this. A batting average over 350, that's 13th best in the country, slugging over 600. Tied for 13th in the country with 292 RBIs. They're 31st in the country with home runs. You just saw they've hit 59 long balls on the year. The team leading that category is, you could probably guess, is Oklahoma. But they have hit 150 home runs on the year. Kennesaw State has hit 19. Four, 5, 6 due up for the Dogs, starting with Marissa Miller up 2-0. Swings at the 2-0, bounce to short. Gazowski over to first in time, one down.
Now batting center fielder number 12, Natalie Ray.
Gazowski missed some time earlier this year. Good to have her back in the lineup for Coach Collins Patterson. Kennesaw State limited numbers on their roster, with Coach Collins Patterson getting the job late into the fall. Missed all of the transfer portal window. Strike one. Natalie Ray had the RBI single that got the Georgia party started. That one bounced about 20 feet for Giannakis. There's a look at the roster turnover from last season to now. They're losing 8 numbers, which is something insurmountable that many teams fail to overcome. This Kennesaw State team showing a whole lot of fight. Maybe the wins haven't come their way, the ball hasn't bounced their way, but they certainly are fighting for each other and fighting for the Kennesaw State logo on their chest. The 2-1 from Giannakis. Shot foul over the Georgia dugout. The Bulldogs have done a good job making Giannakis work. She's about to throw her 59th pitch of the evening. And the 59th misses outside. Shadows set. 3-2. Lined into deep center field. Strickland twisting, turning, leaping, and making a catch. Grinning from ear to ear. Didn't have the read on it that she wanted, but sticks the glove up and makes the play. An outstanding effort from Ava Brooks Strickland in center field, getting some praise from her pitcher in the infield. Giannakis had 2 retired in the top of the second inning. A walk, a triple, and an E5 allowed Georgia to put up 2 runs in that second inning. Leah Giannakis trying to close the door and face the minimum. Bouncer to short. Another chance for Gazowski. And she's got it. 3 up, 3 down for Leah Giannakis. Owls bats looking to get hot, down 3-0 against the Georgia Bulldogs. We've played 2.5 here in Kennesaw. There's a look at head coach Selena Collins Patterson in her first year donning the black and gold. A former faculty member here at Kennesaw State, but was given the job. Took the job late, but was a previous head coach at Trinity University, so has some experience under her belt, looking to carry that on here in Kennesaw. We talked about her time spent in College Station, how successful it was. Here's Ava Brooks Strickland, batting in the 8 hole tonight. Normally down in ninth, but her and Gazowski make the flip. She rips it foul towards Coach Collins Patterson, who does a little Michael Jackson lean out of the way. I'm sure she wouldn't mind if she hit it that hard in between the lines. Couple of hard hit balls for Kennesaw State. Fouled the 0-2. JoJo Johnson lined out to left field to Goodwin. And then the single up the middle by Harvey come to mind. Down and out. Ava Brooks Strickland, another captain for this Kennesaw State team. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout on the afternoon for Fisher. It's Ava Brooks Strickland down swinging over to Ava Gazowski. Right on the inner half, the really good pitch. Not much Strickland can do about it. If she looks at it, it's a called strike 3. Gazowski thought about it, decides against it, 1-0. Big swing and a miss from the Kennesaw State shortstop, Ava Gazowski. And one just misses upstairs from Fisher. The Georgia defense in left field, Goodwin, center field, Natalie Ray. And in right field, that'll be Sarah Gordon. Across the infield from left to right, at third base, Bailey Lindemuth. Shortstop, Emily Digby. Second baseman, that's Smith, Brooke Smith. There's a walk to Gazowski, and she'll run over to first base, and first base is being manned by Emma Castori.
Now batting the right fielder, number 19, Alora Beverly.
Beverly struck out in the first inning. A chance to move over Gazowski or maybe put Beverly herself on the base paths. She looks at strike 1. Gazowski, 3 stolen bases on the year. But the prominence of Miller behind the dish, I would be shocked if she makes the dash for second base. High chopper to third, gonna be a tough play. The short way to second is in time. Heads up play by Lindemuth. Knew she would have trouble getting Beverly at first, so she went to second base. And Brooke Smith was there to cover the bag. That's something Coach Collins Patterson wants Alora Beverly to do. Slash it into the ground and let your pace beat out the throw. Now Hannah Harvey, who singled in her lone at bat. Off-speed floats in there. A strikeout of Strickland, a walk to Gazowski, and a fielder's choice. A chance for another strikeout for Fisher. Popped up on the infield. Should be playable for Digby, and it is right on the cut of the outfield grass. So the Owls put another runner on the bases, but can't bring her home. Still down 3-0. Coach Tony Baldwin, his 5th year at the helm for the Dogs. He spent almost a decade as the assistant coach. He's been playing postseason softball, and every year he has been at the head of it. For Georgia, they've made 23 straight NCAA tournament appearances. Last year, Georgia went to the Durham Regional and took down Duke. That's ripped to left field. scores over, and she'll let it fall in front of her as she stops it before it gets to the wall. But it'll be a lead-off double. We saw with Jaden Goodwin this time. It's for Bailey Lindemuth. Lindemuth jumping on the first pitch. Good job by Gore in left field to cut it off, but not enough to gun down Lindemuth. But I was saying, Georgia went to the Durham Regional, took down Duke, but then were succumbed by their rivals, the Florida Gators, in the Super Regional. First pitch strike to the 8-hole hitter, Emma Castory. They would also reach the Super Regional in 2024 as well, and then again in 2023, which was the program's first appearance at that time. Up and out. And after Baldwin's first year with the team in 2022, he went and joined the U.S. Women's National Team as an assistant coach. The team would eventually win gold. Downstairs. Baldwin, before he came to the University of Georgia, spent time at North Carolina, Michigan State, Butler, and Dartmouth. After her first pitch strike from Giannakis, she has thrown 3 straight balls. And after the leadoff double, endangering of putting 2 on with nobody out. Right back up the middle and through for a base hit. Lindemuth around third, but she will get the stop sign. And the Dogs have them on the corners with nobody out. And the 9-hole hitter, Brooke Smith, coming up. 2 batters, 2 hits right off the button. Nice job in center field by Strickland. Fielding it on the run. And getting it in quickly to Macy House, the cutoff woman. And Brooke Smith, who walked and came around to score in the second inning, a chance to do damage here in the 4th. Joe's bunt, pulls back, and it's called strike 1. The bunt coverage for Kennesaw State, it was Macy House who came crashing in. The third baseman Harvey looked to have stayed put at third base. We'll see if Brooke Smith looks to put the bunt down again. She doesn't, and she looks at ball 1 south of the zone. We'll get a mound visit from pitching coach Crystal Hampton. And head coach Collins Patterson will come out as well. Hampton just talking one-on-one with her pitcher Leah Giannakis. Collins Patterson talking with the other 5 on the infield. Could just be a little calming down. Maybe Giannakis wants something she's not getting. Maybe Crystal Hampton sees something that she wants Giannakis to fix up or continue doing. The count's 1-1 on Brooke Smith. A leadoff double from Lindemuth. She's at third base. And then the single from Castory. She's on first. So the Kennesaw State defense spreads back out. Everybody takes their position. 1-1 with nobody out. There's a little action in the Kennesaw State bullpen. That's Jenna Chase. Up and out, 2-1. Ripped to the left side and just glances foul. Hard hit from Brooke Smith, and Lindemuth at third base, standing in foul territory, was almost knocked over. Two on Kelly. Giannakis, a chance for her second strikeout. That one just misses outside in the river, full count. Castori yet to steal a bag on the year. This Georgia team not one to run. It's hit well off the deep right center field. Beverly going back. She's at the track. It's off the wall. Linda Muth is home. Here comes Castori around third. Kelly into third. A 2 RBI triple. And the Dogs are up a 5 spot over Kennesaw State. This ball just kept carrying and carrying out to right center field. Beverly and Strickland both went after it, and nobody was there to back it up after it hit off the wall, so it ricocheted almost into shallow right center field before it was finally put home on the infield, but it's a stand-up triple for Brooke Smith. So after that 2 RBI triple, Giannakis has been pulled. A new arm for Kennesaw State. We'll tell you about her when we return. New arm in the circle for Kennesaw State will be Taylor Daniel. Outside of Leah Giannakis, she has faced the most action for this Kennesaw State staff. This will be her 29th appearance, yet to find the win column with 11 losses, a 7.36 ERA, a whip north of 3. She has struggled with the free passes, as you can see there. 41 walks, just to 13 strikeouts. Coach Collins Patterson calls her a spin pitcher. Loves to rely on the off-speed, looking to keep hitters off balance. From one extreme to another, Giannakis heavy with the fastball. Taylor Daniel will slow it down. You'll see a real occasional, almost eephus pitch-esque, or it's lucky if it hits 35, 40 miles an hour. Double, single, triple. A homer for the inning cycle. And it's fouled over the Georgia dugout. Out of play. The double from Linda Muth. Single from Castori. Those two both came around to score off of the 2 RBI triple from Brooke Smith. Smith standing 60 feet away. Top of the lineup to Goodwin. There is the off-speed ripped right back up the middle. Almost took Daniel's head off. With the Dogs pouring it on here in the 4th. They're up 6-0.
Now batting number 7, Sarah Gordon.
Can't hit it much better than that for Jaden Goodwin. Perfect piece of hitting, and she's rewarded with an RBI single. Misses short. Good stop by Frazier to keep it in front of her. Dogs have sent up 4 here in the 4th. They have all reached on hits. 3 of them have come around to score. The 4th, Jaden Goodwin standing on first for Sarah Gordon. Gordon popped up to Macy Howes in foul territory in her first at-bat and then reached on an E5 in the 2nd inning. There's a strike from Daniel, 2-1. Gordon, in her first year at Louisville, was named Freshman All-American. Calls it back to their netting. He hit 379, a tick under a half-century of RBIs. Nice play by that fan right there. Here's a look at the Atlanta Braves City Connect hats. Not the ones the players will wear. They'll have just the lowercase script A on it. That one says Atlanta. The 2-2. Line to shortstop, a chance for 2. They got her doubled off. A nice play by Gazowski. Doubling up Jaden Goodwin off the line drive from Sarah Gordon. And after 4 straight hits for the Dogs, a double play was just what the doctor ordered. Heads up play by Gazowski. Goodwin looking to cause some havoc on the bases. Doubled off at first. There's a strike from Daniel to Tyler Ellison. Ellison walked in the first and grounded out to third base to end the second. Bounces short. Nobody on for Frazier to worry about. Ellison, outstanding in the classroom, a part of the SEC Academic Honor Roll every year she has been there. 1-1. Off speed, bounces before the plate again. In her first year as a true freshman, the senior from McDonough played 19 times, all of them off the bench. Her first and only hit that year came in her very first game against UMass. Used most as a pinch runner, scoring 5 times. 2-1 just misses outside, 3-1. It was in her junior year where she really took off. Played 19 games her first, 21 her second, 57. In her third junior year, hit 273, couple doubles, 8 home runs. And she'll take the free pass this time. Second time, she'll take the trot 60 feet. And Georgia trying to create some 2-out magic.
Now batting number 56, Marissa Miller.
They did just that in the second inning. A ground out and a strikeout, nobody on with 2 outs. They went walk, triple, reached on error to get a couple runs home in the second. There's the first pitch strike to Marissa Miller. Down and out. Miller from North Gwinnett High School. Upstairs, batting .274 on the year. 6 doubles, a couple of home runs. Only struck out 9 times in her 73 at-bats. Struggled over the weekend. Just 1 hit and 8 chances at the dish against Missouri. She's done a lot of damage in the midweek, as has the whole Georgia roster. They set a single season program record with home runs in 2022. They've hit 59 homers this year, and they've still got a handful of games to play with. They're looking at that 2025 season as maybe it's an anomaly, and the record shows it wasn't their best output of wins either. Hit out to right field, Beverly over and dives, and it is landing just foul. Good effort from Beverly in right field. Let's hope she's okay. She appears to be able to saw it off down the right field line. Didn't know if it was going to hang up for Beverly or not, and that is really close to that chalk line in right field. First base umpire Dustin Holton making the call. The 2-2. Downstairs, full count. So Ellison on first base will get the carousels moving. Running on the pitch. Line to left field and down for a base hit. So a 2-out walk and a 2-out single over to Natalie Ray to keep the train moving. Got a lot of the plate on the 3-2, and she just ripped it into left field. Gore takes it on a bounce. And we will get a pinch runner. And Molly Mitchell.
Pinch running for Georgia, number 10, Molly Mitchell.
Mitchell, the sophomore from Cedar Park High School in Texas. Former sprinter on a track team, so she's definitely got the speed. Here's Ray. Line to the left side and threw it for a base hit. Ellison got a late break, but she's given the wave home. Here's the throw from Gore, not in time. The throw may have beat Ellison, but she slid on the outside part of the bag. And the throw from Gore can't nab her. The runners move up an extra 60 feet on the throw. Dogs up 7-0 over the Owls. A good throw from Gore right on the bounce.
Pinch hitting for Georgia, number 42.
Feet first slide. Looks to be a good call from home plate umpire Heath Walker. Here's a good look at it. And you can see that tag from Frazier on the back of Ellison. Just a little bit too tardy as the Dogs put up lucky number 7 here in the 4th. First pitch to Digby misses downstairs. So more 2-out runs for the Dogs. A chance for more. There's a strike to Emily Digby. Miller on third, Ray on second. Correction here is Kirsten Roos, not Emily Digby. I apologize. Bounce to short. Gazowski on the short hop. A running throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. But not before UGA adds on 4 more. They're up 7-0. New pitcher on the bump for Georgia, but we got to look over the outing from Addison Fisher. A strikeout to start the game. She added a couple more of those to her arsenal. Faced 11 batters, gave up 1 hit in her 3 innings of work. We'll turn the card over to Ada Little, the freshman from Georgetown, Kentucky, Scott County High School alum. This will be her 21st appearance on the year, 33 innings pitched. She's 4-1 with a 4.45 ERA. She hasn't allowed a run in 5 straight outings, only given up 3 homers on the year. Pitched against Missouri in Game 2 at the weekend, winning an inning and 2/3, gave up no hits, no runs, a couple of walks. A little bit out of inconsistency from Ada Little. She's given up 4 or more runs in 1 inning in 3 times this year. So when she's hit hard and hit often. And she'll be greeted by Macy House, who leads this Kennesaw State team in pretty much every offensive category. House grounded into a fielder's choice. Swings through. 414 on the year for Macy House. 20 extra base hits, 38 RBIs. All of those categories pace the black and gold. Bouncer to third, that is in fair territory. Good stop by Lindemuth. She makes the long throw from one side of the diamond to another in time to nab House. Was right on the chalk, called fair by home plate umpire Heath Walker. 1 down here in the 4th as the Owls try and answer the bell. Here's Anna Gore. The shadows have pretty much set along the whole infield and outfield. Just one player still looking into the sun. That's the first baseman, Castori. But other than that, everybody in the shade and nobody else with sunglasses. Bouncer back up the middle. Stopped by Digby. Spinning throw, not in time to catch score, so an infield single. Good effort by the shortstop, Digby. can't catch Anna Gore. She had a little bit of trouble getting it out of her glove. I don't think even if she transferred it cleanly, she would have had a chance to catch Anna Gore. Over to JoJo Johnson. Strike one. Second hit of the ball game for Kennesaw State. 0-1 misses downstairs, 1-1. Back to that stat for Little, where she's given up 4 more runs in a single inning in 3 of her outings. Those came against Samford and 2 against Virginia Tech. That one brushes the wrists of JoJo Johnson. In high school, Little pitched 183 innings to a 1.22 ERA. The highest her ERA gotten was 1.72. That 1.22 ERA, that was in her freshman year. Dominance out of Scott County High School in Kentucky. 3-1 finds the zone, full count to JoJo Johnson, the second baseman in tonight's ball game for Kennesaw State. Down and out. A walk, and the Owls maybe in some business as they try and claw back. They're in a big hole. There's no such thing as a 7-run swing. They can string together some at-bats and maybe bring 1 across, 2 across here and there. They should be in good company as they come back against the 13th best team in the country. To the left side, past the diving Digby. All the runners move up 60 feet, and the bases are loaded for the designated player, Riley Limburger. But she will be pinch hit for number 2, Danielle Bailey. And we will get a mound visit. Danielle Bailey from Corvallis, Oregon. Moved over to the Beach State when she was younger. Bailey missed a lot of last season due to injury, but has come back after a torn rotator cuff and labrum. A unique story from the sophomore. But the bases are loaded for Etowah High School alum she looks at 2 straight strikes. The 0-2 from Little. Down and out. Got her, looking, strike 3. Right at the top of the zone for Ada Little, just what the doctor ordered for the Dogs. Bailey maybe thought it was just a little upstairs. Home plate umpire Keith Walker doesn't oblige. Last hope for the Owls in the 4th, if they want to put something on the board, is Ava Brooks Strickland, who struck out to begin the 3rd inning. Strickland batting just 182 on the year. Ooh, and that hit her right on the forearm, I believe. She's all smiles, looks to be okay. Not how the Owls drew up getting their first run of the evening, but I'm sure they will take it no matter what. The 9th RBI on the year for Ava Brooks Strickland. Right on the right forearm. So Anna Gore comes home. Everybody else moves up 60 feet. Here's Gazowski, who looks at strike one on the outer part of the zone. Gazowski walked her other at bat. Down and out. It's Johnson on third, Frazier on second, and Strickland, who was just hit by the pitch, on first. Owls down 7-1. Off the end of the bat towards the first base line, but it will roll foul before Castoria, the first baseman, gets a glove to it. Now 1-2 on the Owls shortstop. Hit to the left side. Gloved, not by Lindemuth. One run is home. Here comes Frazier. She scores standing up. Owls clawing their way back, down 7-3 against Georgia. Hit to the left side. I thought Lindemuth fielded it, but it rolls into shallow left field. We'll see how that's scored. The Owls put up a 3 spot here in the 4th. Now for Laura Beverly, the slap hitter. Runners on first and second. Strickland on second. Gazowski on first. Good job by Frazier, who was on second. Heads up base running by her, and third base coach Collins Patterson to send her home. Hitters count for Laura Beverly. It does go down as an E5. So a couple of unearned runs to aid a little. There's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 2-1. Corners in. Hit to the left side. Stopped by Digby. Over to first. Not in time! The speedy Beverly beats it out. The bases are loaded again, this time for Hannah Harvey. Slap hitters love to live to the other side. Digby played it well on the short hop, and the throw, as you can see, not in time. Good call by Dustin Holmes at first base. And we will take a pitching change break. Owls with momentum. Bases loaded for Hannah Harvey. When we return, don't go anywhere. The new pitcher is Destin Howard, the senior from Jones County High School out of Macon, Georgia. This will be her 16th appearance on the year. 28 2/3 innings, 2-1 with a 3.17 ERA. Did not pitch at the weekend. She last threw in the previous midweek against UFC Upstate. She threw 2+ innings, giving up 1 hit on 1 run. A couple of walks and a strikeout. Bases juiced. A different arm slot than the Owls are used to. For Howard, it's more of a wider release, not necessarily right by the hip. 0-1 misses upstairs to Harvey. Hit out to shallow right field. Gordon is over, and she makes the catch. Howard limits the damage, but the Owls put up a 3 spot, clawing their way back in it. We have gotten the official attendance number, 933. Doesn't quite eclipse the 950 from a couple years ago when these two teams met here at Bailey Park. But if those fans around the gates and up in the parking garage would make their voices heard and come inside the stadium, maybe we would reach that 950 mark. But they have been gifted a treat of a ball game. UGA up 7-3 over the Kennesaw State Owls. A beautiful night for some softball, and the Owls trying to give the home fans something to cheer about. They just did in the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll still be Taylor Daniel in the circle. That's fouled back to the netting by Linda Muth. The Dogs bat around in the top of the 4th inning. And it started with Linda Muth, a leadoff double. And this is outside. It was followed by a single, a triple, and a single. 3 of those runners came around to score. And Ellison would follow up with the 4th Georgia run of the 4th inning. One just misses upstairs from Daniel. Frazier tried to rip it back into the zone, but home plate umpire Heath Walker doesn't oblige. There is the off-speed spinner from Taylor Daniel. Really keeps hitters off balance, especially going from Leah Giannakis, who is a real fastball pitcher, loves to live up in the zone. But Taylor Daniel, a lot of spin, especially in the dirt. The 2-2. There is the spinner in the dirt. Linda Muth doesn't bite, full count. Linda Muth came in with a 4-game hit streak. It has been extended to 5. That misses upstairs. A leadoff walk to Bailey Lindemuth as the Dogs try and answer the Owl punch.
Now batting number 17,
Emma Castori, 1 for 2. A single, came around to score with a strikeout in the 2nd inning. First pitch strike from Daniel. Just the 18th start on the year for Emma Castori. Did not play at all at the weekend against Missouri. She last played in the previous midweek against USC Upstate, where she came off the bench for a couple ABs. Picked up a hit with 2 RBIs. Up and out. Batting .300 on the year, has struggled with the strikeout problem, 11 of them through her 40 at-bats. Pitching coach Crystal Hampton will come out and have a word with Taylor Daniel. Savannah Frazier in on that conversation, but she will decide to go with the rest of the infield one-on-one with Hampton and Taylor Daniel. Daniel spelled Leah Giannakis, who got the start for Kennesaw State. It was Georgia who scored first in the top of the 1st. Scored 2 in the 2nd. Did not score in the 3rd, and then put up a 4 spot in the 4th. So they've matched the number of runs to the inning, 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 4 in the 4th. Long way to go if they want to get 5 here in the 5th. But they've got the offense to do it. 31-11 on the year in the SEC. Playing some of the best competition America has to offer. Off the end of the bat into center field. The center fielder Strickland in and makes the catch. There's the first out of the 5th inning for Daniel.
Number 6, Smith.
The mound visit pays off from pitching coach Crystal Hampton. Good job by Daniel to bounce back after the walk.
I know, it's just like that's so weird.
Now over to Brooke Smith, who scored twice tonight and had a 2 RBI triple in the previous inning. Shows bunt, pulls back on the off speed up above the zone, ball 1. th appearance on the year for Brooke Smith, and it's definitely been a positive one. This is south of the zone. Hitters count for the 9-hole hitter. She came in today batting .286, 4 for 14. She's now 5 for 15, and any of those non-math majors out there, that's a batting average of .333. There's a strike from Daniel at the bottom half of the zone. She does only have 14 ABs on the year, but has double-digit RBIs, 10 of them to be exact. A couple doubles, takes her walks as well, 4 free passes on her campaign. She looks at strike 2. Smith had not start a game until the previous midweek against USC Upstate 7 days ago. She has since then started every game, including the 3 against Missouri. She started tonight here in Kennesaw, but is down 1-2. Bouncer to third, a chance for 2. Over to second for 1. The throw to first, not in time from the second baseman, JoJo Johnson. But the Owls get the lead runner.
Now batting number 2,
And the lineup card will turn over to Jaden Goodwin. A double to get the game going. A triple in her next at bat, followed by a single. And you know what that means? A home run away from the cycle for Jaden Goodwin. She bounces it foul towards the Kennesaw State dugout. Brooke Smith grounded into the fielder's choice, but has since then moved up to second base. I'm not exactly sure how. So runner in scoring position for Jaden Goodwin. Home run away from the cycle. Bounce foul again.
That's rich. You have a star on your chin. You are definitely not.
Goodwin, the senior, Bourbon County High School of Paris, Kentucky. Her sister plays softball in downtown Atlanta at Georgia State. 2 strikes on her here. Hit well out to right center field. Beverly over, and this one will stay in the yard. So Goodwin has to hold still on the cycle for now. Owls put up a donut, still down 7-3, looking to hang around. The Dogs started hot, and they have continued hot. 7 runs scored. They started in the very first inning. It was a leadoff double from Jaden Goodwin. She came around to score. And since then, it's just been a couple Kennesaw State mistakes. And then the Dogs compounding with extra base hits. Doubles and triples galore. They've yet to hit the long ball today. But law of averages says they will eventually clear the fences. But for Kennesaw State, they have shown some fight, especially in the bottom of the 4th inning. It was an RBI hit by pitch for Ava Brooks Strickland. That brought home a Kennesaw State run. And then an E5 brought home 2 more Kennesaw State runners. So that's where we stand, 7-3. Kennesaw State getting out hit 9-4, an error apiece for each time. The runners in scoring position, both 2 positives for either of these 2 teams. Georgia 5 for 12, Kennesaw State 2 for 5. Kennesaw State has yet to get the leadoff runner on, but a good chance here. 3-4-5, Macy Howes at the dish. Still Destin Howard on the mound for the Dogs, falls behind 2-0 on Macy House.
That's why you always 3/4 silent. All right, so what happened?
Ripped to the left side. Off the heel of the glove of Digby. She fumbles it around and doesn't make the throw. Hit solidly off the bat of Macy House, and there is the first Owls leadoff hitter to reach the bases. That'll be scored as an E6, the second Georgia error of the afternoon. And that is an absolute rarity. This Georgia defense does not make errors. Gore holds her swing. For reference, this Georgia team is tied for first in the country in fielding percentage. So the Gloves may have just let themselves down just a little bit as they try and hang on here against an in-state foe. Anna Gore, the sophomore, led the team in RBIs as a freshman last year. 3-0. Well, we see a 3-0 green light to Anna Gore with JoJo Johnson lingering on deck. Howell's on first with corners in. 3-0. Just finds the zone. Gore was ready to toss the bat and take the free pass trot, but she holds it in her grasp. Still ahead in the count, 3-1. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
Good job by Howard fighting back in the count. Pitches it full. That is ripped out to right field over the head of Gordon, and one hops the wall. Extra bases for Anna Gore, a feet first double.
Good throw in.
And the Owls are in business, 2 in scoring position and nobody out for JoJo Johnson. Gore could not have hit that one much better. She got the fastball right down the gullet and deposited it into the right center gap. Owls got a late break off of first, wanted to see it down. Johnson shoots it the other way and just misses it foul. Owls hitting Howard decently hard. You feel a sense that Bailey Park is ready to erupt. Howard trying to prevent it. Upstairs, 1-1 on JoJo Johnson. Howell's on third, Gore on second. Johnson looks at it upstairs, 2-1. Gore scored the first Kennesaw State run. Johnson scored the second. Frazier with the third. Howell's a chance at third for the fourth. Big swing and a miss from JoJo Johnson, a little bit tardy. The fastball from Destin Howard.
Okay.
The 2-2. Got her looking, strike 3. A big strikeout for Destin Howard and the Dogs. Throws her in the outer half of the zone. Just what they needed. Still 2 in scoring position for Frazier. That one's popped off first base into no man's land. It'll be the second baseman, Smith, who has it tip off the edge of her glove. So maybe a little win-win for both teams. That is Roos at second base, excuse me. But if Roos were to make that catch, you would assume Macy House tagging from third would get home in time. Back up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher Howard. She can't recover in time. And the Owls bring the tying run to the plate, and Riley Limburger.
Now batting number 25, Riley Limburger.
So we'll see how that one is scored. Will it be an E1 or an infield single for Savannah Frazier? Look at the series history. UGA domination, leading at 10-2 over the Owls. Last played in 2024 here at Bailey Park. A 10-1 Georgia win. This time, a little bit closer for the Dogs' liking. Goes down as an error. The third error on the afternoon for Georgia. Very unlike him. Here's Limburger, who swings through the first pitch. A lot of history here for Kennesaw State. A lot of it done at the NAIA level. A lot more of it done at the Division II level. Ball one downstairs. Kennesaw State D2 national champions. Double trouble, 1995, 1996. Upstairs, 2-1 on Limburger. That last Frazier at bat, it did go down as a hit, so it has been changed from an error to a hit. So the second hit for Savannah Frazier. Limburger swings at ball 3. So instead of a 3-1 hitters count to the designated player, he's leveled it up 2-2. Howard trying to work out of it. Runners on the corners. Pop back towards us and off the netting. Hear the screams from the youth softball players here today. Didn't reach the stands.
It's a microphone.
Couldn't find the ladder over the netting.
Watch this game. Don't get us kicked out anymore.
So still 2-2 on Limburger.
Nowhere. It's up there.
One down with runners on the corners.
No one. No.
Got her swinging, strike 3. So Howard, a couple strikeouts in the inning. Got Johnson looking, got Limburger swinging. Made her expand the zone, tried to elevate. And it looks like we will get a new Georgia pitcher.
I know. You're good. Nope.
It'll be Maddie Johnson, who comes in relief, the 4th Georgia pitcher used in 5 innings. We will take a break and tell you all about Maddie Johnson when we return. Owls trying to hang around. New pitcher in the circle for the Georgia Bulldogs. It'll be Maddie Johnson, the sophomore from North Oconee High School in Athens, Georgia, the local kid. Transferred out of Georgia Southern, looking right into the camera. How about those death stare of an eyes? In her first season at Georgia, she's appeared in 6 games, thrown 6 2/3 of an inning, given up 7 runs. That's a 7.35 ERA.
Watch the game.
Strickland lays down the bunt, but it will roll foul.
Hey, watch the game. Watch how they're playing. Watch these girls play. Watch how they, hey, look. Watch how they crash when they're the bunt. Watch. Please, for the love of God. For the love of God. Thank you.
A whole host of defensive changes for the Dogs. But there's a look at what Maddie Johnson did at Georgia Southern.
There's no hope.
Member of the first team All Sun Belt. A wave and a miss from Strickland. Sarah Gordon has gone behind the plate. Natalie Ray moved out to right field. A little roller, but it will go into foul territory. Molly Mitchell taking Ray's place in center field. Everybody else the same. Roos still at second base. Fouled back to the netting. Strickland 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a hit by pitch. Not too often you've seen RBI hit by pitch, but you did see today.
Where's your pony?
Line to the left side and through for a base hit. It gets behind the left fielder Goodwin. So a single and an advancement on the error. Owls have the tying run just 120 feet away for Ava Gazowski. Gazowski represents the go-ahead run. Pitch on the outer half. Strickland got out there and poked it. Got behind Goodwin in left field. Mitchell backing it up all the way from center field. Ball one. Frazier on third, Strickland on second. Strike one right down Broadway. The pitch just misses outside in the river. 2-1 to Gazowski. There's the off-speed and a big wave and a miss. Two runners in scoring position. Owls down 2, the 2-2 with 2 outs. Fouled back to the netting. The top of the lineup lingers on deck with Laura Beverly. Poked off the end of the bat, and Gazowski loses her footing. And an easy play for Roos. She'll shovel over to Castori at first, and that will retire the side. 5 unanswered for the Owls. Down 7-5, looking to pull off the upset. The emotions flowing for Ava Brooks Strickland. Owls down 7-5. The sun sets here in Kennesaw on a beautiful Bailey Park Wednesday. Georgia got it going early, and they got it going often, scoring 7 straight, jumped out to a 7-0 lead after 4.5 innings. Since then, it's been all Kennesaw State. Now trail 7-5 at the hands of the Georgia Bulldogs. Dogs out hitting the Owls 9-7. Taylor Daniels still on the bump in the first pitch. She throws to Gordon, misses downstairs, 2-3-4 due up for the Dogs. Off-speed floats above the zone, 2-0. Gordon 0 for 3. Popped out to Macy Howes in foul ground. Reached on an error. And lined out to Ava Gazowski at shortstop. That became a double play as Goodwin was doubled. But she's 1 pitch away from reaching base for the first time tonight on a 4-pitch walk. Daniel still working for the Owls. There's a strike, 3-1. Gordon, the transfer from Louisville. 4.29 on the year. Bounce it back towards the netting. No chance for a spectator to make the play. 2023, she was ACC Freshman of the Year. She found a little bit of a sophomore slump after she transferred to Georgia in her first season in Athens in 2024. Since then, she's been swinging a bat. That is hit well deep to center field. Strickland back, and she's got it on the track. A few push-ups shy for Sarah Gordon, and there's one down here in the top of the sixth. Here's Tyler Ellison, 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. She came around to score her most recent time up. It was the fourth and final run of the fourth inning. She looks at an off speed right there. Off speed misses upstairs. Outfield medium deep for Tyler Ellison. Infield playing back. Johnson and Gazowski on the edge of the grass. The corners, Harvey and House behind the bats. 1-1 misses upstairs, 2-1. That pitch misses outside. 3-1 to Ellison. Marissa Miller supposed to be on deck, but it will be Mitchell. That one shot into the right center gap. Beverly over, and she'll have to play it off the wall. It crawls into the base of the wall. And a one-out double for Tyler Ellison, her first hit of the evening. And the Dogs looking to give themselves some insurance.
Now batting for Georgia, number 10, Molly Mitchell.
That'll draw out pitching coach Crystal Hampton. She's getting her steps in and walking back and forth from that Kennesaw State dugout to the pitching circle. Pinch runner for the Dogs, that'll be Natalie Donaldson, taking the place of Tyler Ellison. Battery meeting between Frazier Daniel and Crystal Hampton. Dogs on top 7-5 over Kennesaw State. The 8th run on second base, the 9th at the ditch. That was the 10th UGA hit of the night. Every Georgia player has reached base except for Emily Digby. And the only time she did reach base was on a fielder's choice. So she's the only Dog that has yet to record a hit. Here's Molly Mitchell's first at bat. Miller was 1 for 3. First pitch misses to Molly Mitchell. Mitchell, the sophomore out of Austin, Texas. Her 20th appearance on the year. Grounder to first. Howes knocks it down and will just tag Mitchell out. So there's the second out of the 6th inning. It moves Donaldson up 60 feet to third base. Now over to Natalie Ray, who's got a couple singles on the afternoon. 2 RBI singles in her first and third at-bats. Chance for another one here. She looks at ball 1. Left side of the infield, playing a little bit more in than the right side. It is hit to the right side. Gloved by Johnson. Over to first, and that is the inning. Owls get out of it. Still down 2, looking to pull off the upset. Middle of the 6th here in Kennesaw. Dogs 7, Kennesaw State 5. Owls no stranger to Power 4 opponents. This is their 6th on the year. They've struggled so far, yet to play all 7 innings. But they're well on their way here, and they will play all 7 against the in-state rival, the University of Georgia. Their last midweek came up in Knoxville against Tennessee. They hung around against Tennessee, but it was the Volunteers offense that basically killed off the game for Kennesaw State. Top of the lineup for the Owls, starting with the slap hitter, Alora Beverly. Hits to the right side. A big Sunday hop for Roos, and she throws over to first for the first out of the 6th.
Now batting number 26, Hannah Harvey.
So Beverly falls to 1 for 4 on her night, over to Hannah Harvey, who's 1 for 3 as well. Single and a couple of pop outs. Kennesaw State home run leader on deck in Macy House. 1-0 finds the zone, 1-1 on Hannah Harvey. Back to the netting. Johnson still working for Kennesaw State. This is her first season donning the red and black. She was 2nd team All-American according to D1 softball at Georgia Southern. That's lined up the middle and past the diving Digby.
Now batting number 44, Macy Howe.
Macy Howes represents the tying run. She's yet to find success with the bat tonight. But all she needs is one swing of the bat. Upstairs, 2-1. Anna Gore on deck. That's it well out to center field. Will it hang up? It will for Mitchell, a diving grab. And there's 2 down here in the 6th.
Now batting number 22, Anna Gore.
Hit well by Macy House. And a nice sliding effort in center field by Mitchell. Gore hits it high and deep out to right field. Will it stay in play? It will not. Diving effort by Ray in right field. Not enough. Anna Gore has had the Georgia pitching staff's number today. 2 for 3, a double, and a single. She has scored twice. Looks at ball 1. Johnson, 110 strikeouts last year, 13 complete games, 4 shutouts. Slapped the other way and down for a base hit. A hat trick of hits for Anna Gore, and the go-ahead run is at the dish and JoJo Johnson. Nice piece of hitting by Anna Gore, an inside-out swing at the bottom half of the zone. Deposits it into left field. Off the end of the bat, second baseman Roos is back, and she's got it in shallow right field. So the Owls threaten, but they can't poach home any runs. Still down 2, 7-5. The SEC is a softball powerhouse, and UGA is going to run into a gauntlet in the next 3 series. They start against Texas, and they play Oklahoma and Florida as well. Here's a look at the last 4 Women's College World Series champions. It was the Texas Longhorns who dethroned the 4-peat champions Oklahoma Sooners. It's been SEC domination so far in 2026. I would be shocked if we don't see an SEC team lift it all at the end of the year. But we go to the 7th. 6, 7, 8. Due up, starting with Kirsten Roos. Pitch hitting for Emily Digby. She grounded out to short Ava Gazowski in her first time up. Daniel still working for Kennesaw State as that one's fouled down the third base line. Picture perfect night. 933 people in attendance. Not quite a Bailey Park record. But it sure is close. It was 950 that holds the crown here in Kennesaw, and that was against Georgia when they came to town in 2024. Dogs on top, 7-5. It's fouled in foul territory. A chance for a spectator, and it won't be made as it climbs over the netting and into the seats. A lot of red and black peppered into the stands. Lots of local softball teams as well. 2-2 misses downstairs. Full count to Roos. It's Lindmuth on deck. The 3-2 offering popped up on first base, should stay in play for Howes, and it is, and she catches it in foul territory, 1 down here in the 7th.
Now batting number 55, Bailey Lindenmuth.
So the 6 hole still over to Bailey Lindemuth. 1 for 2 with a double, came around to score, a walk thrown in there as well. Down and out. For the Owls in the bottom of the 7th, 6, 7, 8, just like the Dogs. Lindemuth had to wait on the off speed and fouls it back over the Kennesaw State dugout. Nice play made by a fan. One ball, 1 strike on Bailey Lindemuth. And 1 misses outside from Daniel. Lindemuth, the sophomore transfer from Texas Tech out of Burleson, Texas, was the 11th best pitcher coming out of high school. They're ranking by extra innings. She started every game at third base at Texas Tech for the Red Raiders. Hit .395, half century of hits. He's batting .320 so far this year in Athens. He fouls that one back. The netting will hold that one from the spectators. But Lindemuth has had a hit in every midweek since SEC play has started. The trend carries on tonight. He'll carry a 5-game hit streak into a series versus Texas. The 3-2. Shot to right field. Beverly over, and she makes the catch at the left shoulder. So 2 up, 2 down for Daniel. I'll bring up Emma Castori. And instead of Castori, we will get Gabby Noviks.
What's the game that it was looking like it was going to be?
That first pitch was a hit down the line. I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
is going to be.
Been there before. I know that feeling.
Novikas looks at ball one above the zone. Freshman from Chicago. Won a state championship as a sophomore in high school. She had an OPS just below 1.5. Has to wait on the off speed and fouls it back over the Kennesaw State dugout out of play. Novikas with a 6-game hit streak. Four for 9 at the weekend against Missouri. Had a home run in game 1. Dogs could desperately use one here. That shot to the left side and past the diving Gazowski into left field for a 2-out single. We've seen a lot of 2-out magic from either of these two teams. That's a good start for Gabby Novikas. Now it's Brooke Smith. The 9-hole hitter has caused some problems for Kennesaw State so far today. 1 for 2, scored twice with a triple. Ball one downstairs. That triple brought home a couple of Georgia Bulldogs, and looking at the scoreboard right now, that is very much the difference. Novikas on first after her 2-out single. Smith up to bat. There is strike one. 71 pitches in relief for Taylor Daniel. Outside of that 4-run 4th inning, I'd say she has thrown really well. 1-1 to Smith. Lofted deep into center field. Strickland a couple steps back and a couple steps shy of the warning track makes the catch. Owls 3 outs to play for history. Down 7-5 against the Dogs. Of the 7th, crunch time here in Kennesaw. Georgia jumped out to a 7-0 lead, thanks in large part to Jaden Goodwin. A homer away from the cycle if this game goes to extras. She is due up first. Since then, it's been all Kennesaw State, 5 unanswered, thanks to Alora Beverly, Savannah Frazier, and Ava Brooke Strickland. Here's a look at the new pitcher for Presley Harrison. Looking to get the save, or it would be her 2nd save on the year. Her 20th appearance, 34 2/3 innings, 3.63 ERA. She's given up 2 home runs on the year, and last time out in game 2 against Missouri, she went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 hits, but no runs. Frazier swings and fouls back the first pitch she sees. Harrison threw in the last midweek against USC Upstate. She went 1 inning, giving up 5 runs. She's given up 10 hits in her last 2 outings. Owls looking to continue that trend, but Frazier's going to have to fight from behind. Pinch hitter Addison Smith on deck. We've seen Limburger and Danielle Bailey in that 7 spot. Swing and a miss. So a big strikeout for Presley Harrison. Just what the freshman needed. A tip off the bat from Frazier right into the glove of Gordon. One down here in the 7th. Chance for Addison Smith. Check swing from Smith. They'll appeal down to first. She did not go. That pitch finds the zone on the upper corner. 1-1 on Addison Smith. Fouled off the knuckles. Addison Smith just batting 136 on the year, 44 at-bats in her limited action. 6 hits and 6 runs scored, yet to find extra bases. And climbs over the netting and out of play. A lot of people scurrying away from the trouble. No one looking to take action and make the play. A little souvenir to go home with. The 1-2. Fouled back to the netting again. Good fight from Smith. Ava Brooks Strickland on deck. Then it would be Gazowski, and then the top of the lineup to Alora Beverly. The 1-2 again. Upstairs, 2-2. It's been fastball dominance for Presley Harrison. Corners in for Smith. Got her swinging, strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down, both down by way of the K. And the last hope falls on the shoulders of Ava Brooks Strickland. So the 7th spot in the Owls lineup goes 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Strickland looks at ball 1, almost at her feet. One of the Kennesaw State captains. 2 RBIs, 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Big swing and a miss. Was looking to cut that Kennesaw State deficit to just 1. She's yet to hit the long ball on the year. A lone double as her only extra base hit. That pitch finds the zone, and the Dogs 1 strike away from escaping. One, 2, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Got her swinging, strike 3. Presley Harrison strikes out the side for the save. And the Dogs hang on here in Kennesaw and win by a final score of 7-5. Got her to expand up in the zone. Owls hung around, showed some fight. I'm sure Coach Collins Patterson would be thrilled about that, but the Dogs hang on. It was in large part thanks to Jaden Goodwin. A double, a triple, and a single. Couldn't complete the cycle, but she'll go home happy 3 for 4. For the Owls in the 9th, no runs on no hits, no errors, and none left. They go down in order 3 strikeouts, and that is the ball game. We thank you so much for watching and appreciate this great crowd here in Kennesaw. Again, the Dogs win by a final score of 7-5. Georgia comes into Kennesaw in front of what is almost a record-breaking crowd. And they hang on to defeat the homestanding Kennesaw State Owls. Again, the final score, Georgia 7, Kennesaw State 5. On behalf of everybody who made this broadcast possible, a special shout out to our producer, Sanders Sullivan. I'm Colt Netter saying so long from Kennesaw and good night.